Welcome back, iCyber golfers. I'd like to share last week's tournament, the Cognizant Classic Simulator Golf Tour results with you all today. So overall, it was a really good tournament. It was a tale of two different halves. Let me just put it that way. The Web Auto-Putt Tour was pretty exciting. I started off really nice, and then I kind of just lost it in some holes. I ended up landing in the water on a couple of holes, I think twice. I was not really attacking the pins like I'm used to attacking the pins. And the one thing I'll say about this golf course is that the greens, the fairways are pretty narrow. And if you veer off into any of the hazards, you really do put yourself into a bind. And I did find that out a couple of times when I was actually playing that event. So we'll review the standings here in just a few minutes for the Web Auto Putt. The Forward Auto Putt Tour, I feel like I did exceptional, and I did finish really high in that tournament. So let's start off with this one first. This is the Web Auto Putt Tour, the Cognizant Classic. In order to see where I finished, you're going to have to go all the way down to the 70th position. That's where I finished this tournament. Plus 13 on the first round, plus 13 on the second round. And this is 70th out of about 108. So I am certainly not in the top 50%, which is something I've been used to with the Web Auto Putt Tour. So this is certainly out of the norm for me in terms of my performance. I did manage to squeeze at least 3 points that are going to go towards my world golf ranking. However, it's not the area you want to be in when you're trying to move up in that ranking. So let's have a quick look at the scorecard. If you see the first day, the round one, the front side is pretty messy, right? You see a whole lot of bogeys, you see some double bogeys, and there's only two pars that you see in that first round, the first front nine of the first round. The back nine of the first round, I started to stabilize a little bit. I started to kind of just play my game and not get overexcited about trying to go for certain things. I played that second round, that second half of the first round, a lot more strategic, and I think that's what resulted in the ultimate score that I ended up getting. Could have kept going the wrong direction, but I did manage to bring it back under control. When you look at round two, it's about the same. It's very sporadic at the beginning, so I did have quite a bit of pars in that front nine, but I also had some doubles and some bogeys, so that kind of drove the score up. Again, you see me kind of stabilize there in the second half, the back nine. A series of pars there that certainly helped me keep that score down, but then that finishing hole, a triple bogey, that is not how you need to finish these rounds. So nonetheless, that's the result. So it is what it is, and I'll take away all the experience I can from this particular golf course, so or this tour. Let's take a look now at the Forward Auto Putt Tour. This one I did exceptionally well. I finished top 10 in sixth place, as a matter of fact. And if you scroll all the way down, there's 30-ish people that played this. There's a bunch of did not do disqualified, and then there's quite a bit that did not finish. So overall, this was a pretty good pool of players. And again, I finished another top 10 here, being in sixth place. I did post my rounds. I generally will post my rounds for the Forward Auto Putt Tour. Just again, I've kind of gotten a few viewers just from this tour of people who may have just seen my rounds and then kind of decided they want to kind of see how I play and see what I'm about. So that's kind of cool about this whole setup. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Overall scorecard looks pretty decent. Quite a bit of stabilization in that first half. Round one, the front nine, just a few bogeys, but you see a birdie and you see a string of pars. That is exactly how that operated. If you look at the second half, I've squeezed out two birdies and just minimized my bogeys. But what you do not see in this first round are double bogeys. So that's where you kind of can just kind of keep your score under control. I ended up shooting a +3, which is a 75, and that's a very good score for me for an opening round. When we go to the second round, again, the front half looks really nice. The only problem was this double here on the sixth hole. Otherwise, that's a pretty decent string in the front nine of that second round. When you look at the back nine, I have a few bogeys that are kind of spread out, but it does stabilize. So there's some pars, there's some birdies, a birdie, and then again, overall, I ended up shooting a 77. So that's what basically produced the outcome here of me finishing in sixth place, top 10, and actually getting some points here that go towards my ranking. I don't know that these actually impact world golf ranking. I think that these kind of fall out of that context where it doesn't really elevate you in the world golf ranking. However, in this tour, I do want to see how I finish because this is a tour that I pay attention to the most. Since this is my inaugural year to try to play in this type of setup, I find this the most educational tour of all of them that I've played in. So I take it for what it's worth, for the experience that I'm learning, and I really enjoy this tour. So again, sixth place, not bad. What's up? What's up next? In terms of what am I playing next in the tour? And that's going to basically be the Arnold Palmer Invitational, based out of Bay Hill, which is in Florida. So that's automatically something that I'm registered in as my next event here in the Simulator Golf Tour for the Web Auto-Putt and the Forward Auto-Putt Tour. So I'm automatically registered for those. I'll play those at some point this week, get my numbers out there, get my video posted for the Forward Auto-Putt, and just see how I do. The good news is I've at least played this course once or twice, so it's not completely alien to me. I just need to go through it maybe once or twice before I play my competition rounds and try to devise a strategy and try to pick my club selections that are going to produce the best score for me. So that's kind of what's up for me. In terms of what's going on with the channel, I did a really cool video I felt was kind of cool. It was a question that came from Mosel Mister. He had a question about the MLM2 Pro. What's the minimum distance you can actually hit from the net where you get meaningful data? So out there in my Cyber Golf U playlist on my channel, I posted my experiment that Mosel Mister kind of presented to me. And he did reply back. He says that was some very valuable information. He appreciated me taking the time to set it up, to kind of keep it in a structured setup by not just going all over the place. And I think he got some meaningful information out of it. So those are always fun. It's always fun to engage with anybody who takes a liking to some of your videos or has questions for you. I am not an expert, but I certainly am a person who does analyze pretty deeply when I get into stuff. So that's my takeaway from that. So what's coming up on my channel this week is I'm going to do another one of those mashup videos where I'm going to play half of a certain course with one launch monitor and one piece of software. And then I'll play the second half of that same golf course with a different launch monitor and a different software. What I'm referring to there is I'm going to play Emirates golf course. The front nine I'll play with Awesome Golf and Rapsodo being the launch monitor. The back nine I'm going to play with SkyTrack and the SkyTrack course play offering being the simulator software that's going to present that Emirates course to you all. And it's going to be the Foresight brand. I believe Emirates is a Foresight course that's inside of the SkyTrack course play offering. So those are the things that are kind of coming up on my channel for this week. And also, if I get any kind of requests for testing use cases that people have out there with any of the products that I own, I'll gladly just run through those experiments for whomever asks and see if I can get you guys the answers. As always, I really do appreciate you guys watching. I hope you find some value, some information, or at least some entertainment value when you watch my channel and my streams. As always, I wish you guys a great day and a great week, and we will talk to you again soon. So check you later.